Brothers and sisters, a few words from the 1066 Coalition. First, we want to thank everyone for the tremendous amount of support we've been shown during our campaign. Today, we would like to talk to you about some of our plans for the future. We will be transparent. And when I say that, I mean truly transparent. One way we can do this is by utilizing the resources that International already has in place. One example is an email system. A member can email the recording secretary with any questions or concerns, and it will be addressed at the monthly meeting and read on the floor just like you were there. And you will receive an email back with your answer. Now, let's talk about committees a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, our chairman has had to take on added responsibilities because of our local's lack of committees. If elected, we'll be forming these long-needed committees to get more members involved in our local and free up Robert Popwell to focus on the duties of the chairman.
One of the first committees we'll be bringing back is long overdue. It's the Incentive Committee, and we all know how important that is to all of our members. There are two other committees that have been put in place by International that we don't use and that aren't in the calendar book. One is the Workmen's Comp Committee, which guides members who experience work-related injuries. And the other one is the Organizing Committee, which welcomes new members and helps build solidarity within our local.
Yeah, let's talk about agreements. We've got MOAs, we've got local issues, and unfortunately, we've got handshake deals. An MOA is a memorandum of agreement, and we believe that whenever one is signed, it should be brought to the hall floor at the preceding regular business meeting from when it was signed. MOAs may not be common, but when one is signed, we believe that you need to know about it. Local issues are agreements between our local and the company pertaining to things specific to our local, and they're negotiated at contract time prior to going to Pittsburgh. We plan to get our local issues printed for all to see, something we're heavily lacking on. Other locals do this, and it's a standard in our district, and we definitely believe in keeping the members informed. Long gone are the handshake deals and agreements that are not in writing. The contract made it very clear that all agreements going forward after 2003 should be in writing. And we believe that if we do so, it'll be enforceable because it'll be black and white. An example I can give you is as a griever in the tin mill, I filed over 40 grievances for members that were laid off when we had contractors in the plant doing non-core work. When I went to agenda to argue these cases, the labor relator said to me they expected them to be withdrawn. When I asked the labor relator why would I withdraw these cases, the labor relator said, your president made a handshake deal with the general manager saying that these types of grievances wouldn't be filed. In exchange, we gave you a couple of labor jobs. Absolutely unacceptable. And I'd like to also say earlier, TJ had mentioned true transparency. We know a thing or two about our local, unfortunately, not being transparent. An example of that I can give you is when the tin mill was first being idle, the company and the union entered into a layoff minimalization plan, an LMP. Me and the other griever, we asked to have a copy of this LMP from our president so that way we can make sure that it was being enforced. Well, our president told us no. We asked and asked and asked, and eventually the president allowed us to see him for about 3 to 5 minutes and told us that we were not allowed to leave the room with him. We couldn't make copies. We did, however, get copies after they were null and void when everybody came back from layoff.
Let's talk a little bit about the culture of our local. It's no secret, it needs help. We need to work on it together, not just the leadership, but the membership. It's long overdue. We need to be proud of what we do and where we work. One of the things we can promise you, the days of the Good Old Boy Club, to be involved in this local, is over. It's everybody's union. We are taking a hands-on approach. We will be the leaders that you see out on the floor. Not just Dan and I, all elected and appointed officials. I don't make many promises, but I will promise you that I will hold this local's officials accountable.
Historically, leadership has been out of touch with the membership because they aren't involved on the floor. And you can't effectively do your jobs if you're not out there with the members. So honestly, our message to all officials in this local is do the work or get out of the way.
What it comes down to is we're motivated, dedicated, and ready to fight for the membership. We're in this for the long haul, and we know what it's going to take to get the job done. good leader knows how to surround themselves with the best. I do realize what it's going to take to get the job done. That is why I built the coalition. And in my opinion, we have the best candidates to move our local and our membership forward. Brothers and sisters, the time is now. And that is why I'm asking you to come out and vote, not only for myself, but the entire 1066 coalition on April 9th. I will see you there.